cook.
Internet, let's get radioactive. Out in the wider world of Survivor, there is a lot of cringe. There's cringe, and then there's this. Oh no, it's cringe, no doubt, but it's of a different breed. I've separated the 10 players in this video with another variation if you want to check that video out too, if you couldn't get enough embarrassment in your day. But either way, I will mostly let these players speak for themselves, in no particular order, well, for the most part. Here are the top 10 most toxically cringe Survivor players. First up to bat, Brandon from season 23 and 26. In a fit of hopelessness, Brandon chose to be the author of his own fate by getting himself ejected from the game. Yeah, that whole scene with Jeff massaging his shoulders and the tribe voted him out. Yeah, not a real vote.
So I don't need no old 54-year-old punk bitch telling me don't bite the hand that feeds you. He doesn't feed me. I'm a Hans. I feed me. With your stealth on us, book, huh? Come on, bitch.
You are one pathetic individual.
You're pathetic. You're a little...
You are pathetic.
Hey, shut your mouth.
You
Shut
can't
your
shut
mouth.
my mouth.
I'm tired of you talking. You've been talking.
Don't walk this
Well,
way. You'll probably talk to the aunt that's taking care of your kids that you left
Bring
in
my
Dire
kids
Straits.
into this, I'll come over there and knock your head off.
Why don't we just cut to the chase? You're not going back to camp, no.
Thank you.
This is over. All right, you good with that?
I'm good with it.
How about Shannon from season 21, Nicaragua? A friend of the Hanses, believe it or not. Shannon was only on the show for 2 episodes, but that didn't stop him from embarrassing himself and his alliance.
I mean, I'm the type of person when I am upset and somebody's betrayed me like that, I'll speak my mind, and that's what I'm doing.
You're pretty much digging your own grave.
Hey, I'm gonna get this out of the way right now. You get it?
I'm sure I've had a lot more beautiful girlfriends than you have, buddy.
You probably haven't, my brother, but good luck. Yeah, trust me, you haven't.
I'm 100%.
I know you haven't, trust me.
I'd like you to try and see working magic in New York.
New York's full of a bunch of gay people, yeah. So.
You should have known better than to have messed with the biggest bachelor in New York. As they say in Nicaragua, hasta la vista.
Second person voted out as Survivor Nicaragua. Shannon, that's 6, that's enough. Need to bring me your torch. I mean, I should have been with the old tribe anyway. I'm basically a grown-up. I've been married for 11 years, so I mean, you can stack 11 years on top of me, so I'm really like 41 years old.
Next up, we've got Will from season 30, Worlds Apart, who berated Shireen and stooped quite low with his choice words. Come the live reunion, it only continued to get more awkward, and I couldn't stop cringing throughout. No love was lost here.
I just heard that those 3 are saying that I'm lying about that there was more food and then I'm hiding it, which is a crop. When I do a generous act and you question that and you question my integrity, what else could fit in there, Miss Greedy Ass? All you've been doing is running your damn mouth. So what else could fit in there, Shireen? Huh? I know you hungry as hell. All you do is eat and talk. What else could fit in there? Keep your mouth shut, ride with us and you'll stay here longer. Come on, that's crazy. Get out of here. You're not going to sit here and get inside. Nobody even likes you. I guarantee you there's nobody home at the United States right now that is missing you. We all have loved ones that love and care for us. You have nothing. They do personal attacks. Dude, I do what I want. Ain't nobody even talking to you.
He's a man of God.
Ain't nobody even talking to you.
He prays before every meal. Everyone's just sitting there like smiling and being like, this is fun, isn't it? And to allow that to happen.
So have you apologized to her?
I apologized to her at Ponderosa, and then when the episode aired, I sent a text to her, and I'm sorry for what my words did to you, and I hope you can truly accept my apology. Because you have to get to a point where you have to forgive, whether it's me or whether it's the people in your past, to be the person that God wants you to be.
Then we've got the ever so lovely Bash Bros of Scott and Jason from season 32, Co-Wrong, who really didn't care for their tribe mate Alicia, and when they both got blindsided later in the game, acted like man-children disguising it as psychological warfare. Right, psychological warfare.
Blondie? We haven't even learned her name. Call her Blondie. I have zero faith in that girl. Blondie? She's a ditz and a half. A ditz. I'm sure she's got a good heart and good intentions on stuff. She's just dumb. She's like an ostrich. She's a bird, but she can't fly. So she's useless.
Okay, guys, teamwork, teamwork. Come on, Scott, we got this.
Take a breath.
Keep cheerleading.
Take a breath.
That's what you're best at.
It's about being a team.
And there again,
So I should,
you can't
okay,
just listen
so
and say, you can't even sit there for 1 second and go, maybe these 3 are right.
Alicia says I tried, and Sydney says we tried.
I think Alicia already feels like she has to say something about herself to give herself validation.
I don't think that's true at all. I think that I have what it takes to get to the end. You know, if I did leave tonight, I could be all negative about it, or I could take what I learned, and that's how grateful I am for the things I have. And sometimes those experiences can be worth more than money.
Well, the girls pulled a good one and blindsided us, basically.
We're going to take the machete and axe and take away their ability to do things just to weaken their soul a little. It's psychological warfare.
What's up?
It's a testament to their character is what poor sportsmen they actually are.
Speaking of being a sore loser, let's take a glance at Ben from season 19 Samoa. The man was ejected from a challenge for repeatedly taking cheap shots, breaking the rules, and then got into an altercation with another player not long after. Even Russell Hantz felt this guy was too toxic.
I'm just gonna tell you what I'm observing. You're right on that line of getting ugly. Right on the line. So there's no more warnings. A big battle on the ground. Ben, stop! Ben, out of the challenge. Take a spot here, you're done. Ben, how you feeling about being the first person in the history of this game to ever be thrown out of a challenge?
Outlaw, baby.
You're a dude. It doesn't matter.
Listen,
yes, it is
grammar
a game.
School. Listen, here's where it's going. All right.
Listen, ignorant. Since you want to say grammar
Ignorant?
school.
Honestly, I think what Ben's doing is stupid on his part.
She's ghetto trash, plain and simple. She needs to go back to eating ketchup sandwiches and drinking Kool-Aid and doing whatever else she does.
Her grammar is so poor, it was like talking to an idiot. She's ghetto trash, and I have no respect for her, and she needs to go back to where she came from.
Not to be chauvinistic, not to put you girls down, you won't be able to start the fire with the flint.
You've yelled at Ashley, you've yelled at Marissa, you yelled at one of our guests who came. Anybody who asks you a question or tries to do something on their own, you constantly correct them and tell them they're doing it wrong. Oh my God, I'm an outlaw, I'm a renegade, but they splashed me in the face. I can't tackle anyone now. Sorry, I got splashed. I sat here and watched him scream it at Yasmin at our camp and over here, saying incredible things.
That's not racial whatsoever. That's where you're from and how you're acting.
If that's
so
really,
that's ghetto trash.
If that's really what you think, Ben.
Yasmin's being a bitch, then she's not a lady. I mean, it's not that hard.
Okay.
There was nothing racial that I said.
Whatever.
It was strictly what I saw.
I mean, if what you're telling me is that what you said had absolutely no racial context, then maybe Yasmin was right and you are ignorant. Maybe you really don't get it.
Another man who was blasted into space, a la Team Rocket, was Dan from season 39, Island of the Idols. Yeah, you probably know you're going to be in this top 10 when your ouster involves nothing but white text on the screen. This situation was a whole mess. I'll just play the clip.
And I think that's why I do sometimes get annoyed with Dan, because Dan is a really touchy person. Dan, like, I don't want your head on my leg. Like, that's just too much.
I was a little taken aback by Dan at first. He's like really touchy, and Dan does not know personal space.
I totally recognize like love language is like your way of like showing that you care.
Right.
But for me, I'm like, nah, like I'm just like
I get it. I'm not thinking, I have to be like, oh God, she doesn't like me because I can't hug her the way Janet can. Like, I get it.
Well, he didn't touch me, so that's nice. That's as soon as he had his arms on Janet, he was good. So like, I didn't get touched at all. It was great. One night, like, the hands were wandering.
Was he doing that with Elizabeth too?
With everybody.
We basically bonded over the fact that Dan has been extremely inappropriate. Even yesterday, he was like, took my hair and like went like this, like taking little, I'm like, don't touch my face.
Like, I lay awake, his arm smothers me, feel like someone like wiggling my toes. And I'm just like, I wonder who it could be.
I probably need to wash my hair too. Oh, God.
I'm sorry. I was looking to see how much sand there was.
You know, if there are issues to the point where things need to happen,
Yeah.
come to me and I will make sure that stops.
Okay.
We are expecting new girls to join I know. Especially after that meeting today. Well, I've been trying to take care of all you girls. You know that, right?
I've never been after Janet. She was someone I thought I could go deep with, I wanted to protect. So what she is doing now is both stupid and reprehensible to me.
Eighth person voted out, the second member of our jury.
Yeah, about that torch down.
Kelly, the tribe has spoken.
Missy, Elizabeth, Lauren, all came to me crying and freaking out about how inappropriate you have been. The talk today was about you.
Okay, yeah.
And I don't think it's a game because they voiced it to the powers that be.
It's the most absurd accusation in the history of mankind.
Every one of them made it. Dan, the only thing that we can say to that is if we truly, truly felt that,
right,
did we not have the power
of course
to vote you out tonight? You said how uncomfortable you were, and thank God I was back. Yeah, I did say that. Okay. Yeah. Dan, did you hear that?
But uncomfortable with me?
Yeah. I feel anything related to sexual uncomfortability has no place in a joking environment, in a game environment. Lives can be destroyed if you're abused. Lives can be destroyed if you're falsely accused. Lives are going to be destroyed, and it's too powerful to play with. And the defensiveness of all the other girls disgusts me.
If this was truly a general tribal concern, I would have been involved, Tommy would have been involved,
no.
Dean would have been involved.
No, this whole idea of if this was actually an issue, then I would have heard about it, he would have heard about it. That's exactly what happens in the real world, guys.
I've got 2 sisters, I've got a mother. Most of my personal training clients that I work with are female. I'm very sensitive to this issue.
Is the bottom line we're not gonna let this go? Since it won't be let go, right, clearly, Jeff, right? It won't be let go.
You're right, I will never let it go.
If Kelly ever felt that in the freezing cold rain, or in tight shelters, or in walking around and saying, excuse me, hold on, I'm coming through, I couldn't be more sorry. I couldn't be more confident in that I'm one of the kindest, gentlest people I know.
Janet, how are you feeling right now?
Trying to decide if I should stay.
A decision has been made, and Dan will not be returning to the game. He won't be coming back to camp. He won't be on the jury. He's gone.
Another doubleheader, the 8th and 9th cringe players are Colton and Alicia from the same season, season 24, One World. Colton was a passive-aggressive, entitled rich kid bully who continuously put his foot in his mouth. And then Alicia was right there next to him in her awful treatment of another player, Christina. And then Colton was brought back 3 seasons later and quit the game in episode 3. You just can't have enough cringe, can you?
I can't deal with it. Yo, bro, like, bro, not bro. Shut up. Like, go kill yourself. You're ghetto trash. Like, that's all you are. I can't stand him. Ugh.
I swear to God, it's that guy. Leave, man.
That little munchkin is about to get knocked back to Oz. Leaf is more stupid. But he's turning into an annoying little Oompa Loompa. I've always been able to get people to do what I want. And I want Bill gone. I'm running this entire show right now. If you can't see that, you are Helen Keller.
Why don't you like Bill?
He's obnoxious, he's loud, and plus, he's a struggling stand-up comic.
I'm not here trying to make it this whole black-white thing or whatever. I'm just talking about the differences in our upbringings, you know what I mean? I've been on my own since I was 17 years old, man.
I did go to a private, like, all-white school, but I do have, like, African-American people in my life.
Who?
My housekeeper. Like, don't live off the kindness of others.
Are you out of your mind? You haven't worked an honest day in your life or had to actually go out and get a job.
No one's gonna go off with you by themselves, Christina. So, good luck. You could make an alliance with a hermit crab at this point. Honestly, Christina, you've been the seasoned cockroach. If by some miraculous miracle you did make it to the merge, you're the first one to go.
Why don't you scoot over? It's really inconvenient for me to be like right on the edge where it's
I don't care because you're gonna be gone. I really don't care.
I think Alicia is genuinely not a good person.
I'm just so ready for Christina to be gone. You can quit or you can wait and go home in 2 days. So, or you can jump in the fire and be medevac, whichever's more convenient for you. You have 2 more days. You have 2 options. You have 3. You can enjoy your last 2 days. You can quit or you can jump in that fire, whichever is more convenient for you.
Game over. You cannot play this game. You suck at it. You're digging yourself in a bigger grave.
All you ever talk is lies. All you ever talk about is not lies. Okay. You have an alliance with the girls. I don't have a standing there. It's a numbers game. Facts.
I'm done, Christina. Done, Christina.
Well, it's
done
not
with
behind
you.
your back because you heard it.
Done, Christina. Done with you.
And I woke up and I just felt like Literally, it felt like my brain had like attached to my skull. Like I thought my brain was swollen. Christina just kind of stepped in and took on this motherly role and just basically like trying to, you know, massage out whatever was going on. And of course Christina's gonna do that because she's trying to save herself. She will literally do whatever she has to.
And Colton, that means if we have to take you out and take you to a hospital, you have to be out of the game. We have to pull you from the game.
You know what? Colton is a spoiled brat. He's going to keep the immunity idol for a souvenir, even though he knows he screwed me like the biggest.
I do believe that if there was a karma, Colton got some karma right back at him.
Christina might actually think she's still in the game much longer. I mean, it's crazy right now, you know? That should have been Christina going home and not Colton.
Christina's IQ is probably a 0. I don't know if that even exists. I mean, I'm a special ed teacher. So I handle Christina as one of my students. And she's gonna do whatever we tell her to do.
That said, to just be a little bit fair, I will say that Colton has a rather insightful AMA on Reddit from years ago that does have him owning up to his actions, and it made me think a little better of him. But if there's one player who I can't afford the same luxury to, it's the 10th player on this list. It is Jeff Varner from Season 2, Season 31, and Season 34. Because let me get this straight, you painted a trans person as deceptive for simply not bringing it up. Yeah, that's not it. Bye, 3-time pre-juror.
I would love nothing more than to keep Varner in this game. I like him a hell of a lot as a person. I do.
What's the probability in your mind that I'm going home tonight?
Honestly, it's about 50%.
Okay.
And I'm just letting you know because I like you.
No, I appreciate it.
Look, Varner, I'm gonna do what I can to save you. I'm gonna be perfectly honest, I don't know if I can.
If I'm going home tonight, I'm gonna cut them all off at the knees. I feel like Zeke is working with Ozzy more than he's working with you and Andrea. I feel like I know something about Zeke that nobody else has picked up on. Is insignificant to this game. It means nothing, but this is not the guy you think he is. There's something else here. If I have to go to tribal tonight and raise mortal hell, I'm gonna do it. I'm not going quietly off this island. There is deception here.
Yeah?
Deception on levels, Jeff, that these guys don't even understand. Why haven't you told anyone you're transgender?
That is so wrong for you to bring that up.
I'm not using that as anything negative.
That has nothing to do with the game. That's personal.
I'm not knocking him.
That's not deception. You just...
Yeah, that was
that's
just
so
to reveal.
dirty.
I don't want the perception to be that I'm this evil, hateful person.
What was your goal in doing that?
To
How is that
show
gonna advance
the
your game?
deception. I'm just trying everything that I can, and I'm so sorry, Zeke. I support you.
There's a great kicker to this. I really liked Varner, and I'm the one who gave him the heads up today because I didn't want to blindside him.
My transgender friends know who I am and what I support, and they know I'm not this horrible monster.
When people know that about you, that's sort of who you are. There are questions people ask. People want to know about your life, and they want to know about this and that. It sort of overwhelms everything else that they know about you. And one of the reasons why I didn't want to lead with that is I didn't want to be like the trans Survivor player. I wanted to be Zeke, the Survivor player. So like, I am prepared to talk about it, to have it be part of my Survivor experience. Varner was really not cool, but like, you know, I'm fine.
You don't have a bigger cheerleader in anyone.
I don't even need a cheerleader
I know,
because
but
I know
I'm just
I
saying.
can do whatever I want.
I know.
There's no question who's going home tonight, right?
No, sure.
Zeke?
No.
Debbie?
No.
Sarah?
No.
Ty?
No.
It's Varner. We don't need to vote. Just grab your torch.
And we did it. We've endured the worst Survivor compilation video ever. Not every topic is sunshine and rainbows, and I think there's some value in acknowledging rock bottom. Let's just not repeat our mistakes, okay? Let me know what you think about these cringy players and any others you think could make this list. A big thank you to my patrons for all your support in these trying times. Thank you all for watching. I hope you cringed through the video. Don't forget to take a long hot shower on your way out, and I will see you in the next one. Once I give my brain a deep scrub.
You know, I've always been taught to stand up and admit your mistakes and own them and turn them into something positive. And I did that. There's a book in the works that I'm working on. It's entitled Surviving Shame, and you get the first copy.
I love that. I've been shamed many times. Very good. I love that you're turning this into something very positive.
Always the only way to do it.